you're breathing. So you should be loyal, you should be trustworthy, you should be responsible.
To me, I can phrase toxicity as, let's say, in a violent situation. Violence can be emotional, can be physical.
Yes.
For example, in a situation like this, we find maybe a man or a woman or a lady and a boy, a guy. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll find that maybe this guy is violent to this lady, or the lady is violent. It can be both sides. So according to me, that's also toxicity.
Yes, verbal and physical abuse. Yeah, it goes back because these people will scar you emotionally. But have you ever noticed these toxic people? Their toxicness is just related to something that goes on in their head. Like you might find it's unhealed. It is unhealed wounds from childhood. Or it's some experiences that shaped them to that.
Kind of
Maybe they met this specific partner who made them feel like it's okay to beat me, it's okay to love bomb me, it's okay to slap me and in the evening bring me a bunch of flowers and tell me I'm sorry. It's okay to gaslight me. So I also think that toxicity is literally relative, considering what you've been through.
Yeah. And on that point, you know, there are some people who romanticize toxic people, like romanticize those toxic
Traits,
setups. And sometimes I think that movies they have added up to that thing.
Like toxic.
People want love like those in movies, and they don't know that that's acting. We know that's acting. I don't know if there's someone who has experienced that kind of love and they think it's healthy, but. You think it's healthy?
I don't think it's healthy because it really put me into some ditch that I didn't like. I was expecting them to text me every time. I was expecting them to tell me the sweet nothings and turn up. And then I just noticed I was really conforming to some kind of character and behavior that I was not, and I found myself in a toxic place and I couldn't even notice until I was so into it, and it really ended in tears. Guys, careful. Toxicity will lead you to problems and even premium tears, you said.
And I think sometimes, like when you romanticize those things, sometimes you love a relationship for what it has potential to be, like the potential, not what it is. I think that's really what it can be. You're not living in the moment.
There's actually a page I follow. There's actually a page I follow. It's all about people getting out of toxic setups to healthy setups. So I was reading, she was elaborating what romanticizing or having an image of a person is. Like, have you ever been in this setup where you're with someone and maybe they came late or they didn't call, and in your head you're like, they'll call me tomorrow, or what if he just called me, what could have happened? There and then you should know that he's a red flag, and you should not be a red flag collector. You should start running. You should start running.
You're not a sucker.
Because the more you continue entertaining people and you run a circus, you'll keep getting more clowns. Clowns.
You'll clown yourself out of your own story.
You teach people how to treat you.
What if, for example, you're in this toxic relationship, and let's say maybe you're disparate, or maybe you benefit from in a way. You benefit. You benefit in that relationship. Is it good if you get out, or you just stay there?
Get out. I know we say getting out is getting out is not easy.
It's not easy.
Kwanzaa, the fact that we know that if I'm getting something from this person, it keeps me there, because I don't know whether if I go out and look for something else that is healthy will give me what I want. So you just stay there. But I think when you get out of a toxic relationship, it's really hard, because you go back to cycles, and then you just have to sit with yourself. Sit with the emotions. No, I have to draw this, and I have to know where I went wrong. Identify those patterns, because so many times in toxic relationships they begin from home. My mom shouts at me, so it's okay for a man to shout at me. My mom doesn't. My dad doesn't offer that emotional support I need. So you look for a father in men.
But I also want to say this. as we argue this toxicity, we should like see it in all kinds of relationships, because it won't be so easy to get out of a toxic relationship between you and your parents. It's so hard. My parents pay my fee, my parents pay my rent, they do this and that. How will I like get out of that relationship and want to be okay, yet they are my life support, you know, they are we should like, in as much we should like know how to deal with this. If my parent is toxic, for example, I'll know that this is not physical war. I'll go see a therapist.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone, because someone talk to someone and like do it in a right way, because these parents can disown you. What will happen to your life?
That's why it's basically African
it's important to really try and talk to someone. Doesn't matter if it's a therapist or not. Just start from someone. Can be your friend, your neighbor. Just tell them, you know what, my mom does this and I don't like it. They'll advise you. Maybe try talking to your dad about it, or maybe try talking to your older sister, or maybe try coming over this night to my place, so you don't have to go through that physical abuse. So you will definitely find a solution from that by talking, just simply talking to somebody. Because therapy can also be expensive.
Very expensive.
And you may not be able to afford it. But just speaking out to someone, a friend, and telling them what you think, what you're going through, just getting that out of your heart is very important, because you never know, you may just find a solution. So you don't have to stay stuck in a situation that, you know what, this is my parent, I have to stick with them. Nini. Somebody out there is seeing like, why is this woman treating their child like this? It's not right. And if you approach them, they will tell you know what, go to children's office, go to the police, they will offer support. So basically speaking is the answer.
So the other day I was talking to my friend here. And it was so funny. It was a story I was telling her about my childhood. And it's so funny since I'm saying it over and over and over and over again, and I'm just laughing. All my life, maybe I've told like 2 or 3 people about the scenario. And then when we were talking, she makes me realize I have something. I was asking myself, like, I have this trait I'm working on. So I was asking myself, where did I get this from? Now she's looking at me and she tells me, wow, that happened to you. And I'm like, oh my God, this is where this began from. And I didn't know, I didn't acknowledge that, maybe because I thought that's what every other parent does. And in real sense, it was only my parent who was doing that. So I was like, this is where I got this from. See, like talking to people and accepting that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Kwanza, as for men, why do men think speaking up is high? That is the topic for another day, because that goes back to mental health. But you definitely give us a reason as to why you guys choose not to talk.
Hey, you will seem weak, you will be weak.
Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. As long as you just have a soft landing, you have that one person who listens. Basically, as for me, all my friends know, if you're my friend, I am a soft landing for you. I'm home. You can come and talk to me about anything. So even if I'm not even that close to you, as long as you just can trust me, I'll listen. And I think everyone deserves something like that, like someone who can listen, someone you can have a stupid conversation, and it can help you get to those deep moments where you feel like you can be the real you without all that hide and scream.
What about the society?
Society has conditioned us in very weird ways.
Now that is the
sometimes they wonder, you know, you're in a relationship, like see, we're talking about relationships, and you have a boyfriend who is not opening up. You try to make them open up, to make Nini, why do I have to make you to trust me? Why do I have to make you to open up to me?
And then you see it as a red flag.
Because if you're not telling me, who are you telling me?
There are some guys who they stay with it.
They live with it.
They live with it. Exactly.
They're called barriers.
Now you cannot tell someone you think they will use that against you. At your weakest moment, they will use that. Everybody uses that.
It's just a fear.
But I know, but the problem is, we as people, we don't know when life will hit us, and we just get ourselves betraying people. So I think that is what, it's
better you stay with it.
It's okay to have that fear, considering people are people. Like you never know. But at the same time, you should trust that something good can happen.
I think it's just okay to feel vulnerable.
It's not a weakness.
When you're creating relationships, like friendship, for example. Now, this is not parent or child relationship. You are creating a friendship. I look at you maybe for 1 week and decide, you know what, we are vibing, girl. You can be my friend. I can trust you. Get in and burst. Just tell this person everything. It's okay. If it's but at least you would have escaped a lot of things.
Maybe in between you could have committed suicide or something in that line.
Tell them, get used to be.
You have toxic friends. You find someone. They want to be your friend because of something. They want to benefit something from you. That is toxicity.
Or it's always you giving them. But when it's time for them to give you, they can have
like
not
now.
But when you refuse to give, or you are not in a position to give them, then you're a bad person.
We should be
That's why
careful.
people really need to be careful with choosing friends, especially in campus. You really need to be very careful because people are coming from different backgrounds, people are dealing with a lot of things. You really need to choose
guys,
keenly.
So I want to say toxicity is not good, it's not healthy, it can lead to death. So be careful. Be careful on toxicity.
With it can lead to death. Even a partner can kill you because of toxicity.
Sure.
You don't know where it ends. Don't stay in that relationship expecting your partner to change. You go let them heal on their own.
That's the saddest part about toxic setups. Because most of the time, I can't talk you out of a toxic relationship. You have to sit with yourself. You have to get to that point where you say, I cannot take this anymore and I have to
my
walk.
plate is full.
I have to walk. Because basically, most of the times you get yourself in a toxic relationship. Like, make example, you are in a relationship with a narcissist. Or someone who love bombs you and they do something to you and they come back with chocolates and they tell you, you did this to me. This is why I don't like dating you. Yes, even they date you. And you're like, okay, they'll change. And then 2 months down, you don't have an eye. And you're still not seeing it. You're waiting for the day he'll stab you twice. And then you wake up in a hospital bed and you're like,
or just wake up in hell or heaven.
Washing my hands on especially physical abuse. Physical toxic characters are really something people should not entertain, especially in this century. Really, you may forget or you may not realize some things that somebody is abusing you emotionally. But for sure, you know when somebody is abusing you physically. And that is something, especially women right now, should be able to know and say, like, you lift a finger on me, we're done.
We're done. Like we should put
negotiable.
You abuse me, we're done.
Sure.
So we can negotiate on emotional abuse. It might take you ages to realize this person has been abusing me emotionally. But physical abuse, that is instant.
I have ever sat with a bunch of women. My mom was in some school last year, so I'm sitting with this bunch of women. And guess what they say? A man beating you up is okay. That is a sign that he loves you. I was like, no. But now I can't say that because this is a bunch of women. This is how they were brought up. But according to me, I'm brought up. I'm like,
can never be you.
Me, I'm baby girl.
It's different. How life was in the past is way much different from how life is right now. People are more woke.
There was this salonist who was telling me, but this century, this
generation
of young people, you won't find good men if you won't tolerate if a person who beats you. Then she tells me, maybe once is okay, maybe he was drunk, maybe you served him bad food, it is okay. And she was telling me at this, she's like 40, and she was telling me she's too old to go out, like to go somewhere else to leave her husband. Like she'll tolerate it.
That's not
and
cool.
it's so
It
sad.
happens, really.
And it brings
it's
us
really sad. That's why a lot of sensitization is going on.
True.
Even on social media.
Yeah,
Influencers
GBV.
talk about these things every day. Be sensitive. If you see this and this, that is not an orange flag. It is red.
Red.
That's orange. Yeah, it's not pink. Why you see when it's red? Yeah.
That also brings us back to the point where in this, the previous generations, even us, we are literally living on the bare minimum.
Yeah, sure.
Now nowadays, the problem is we are struggling to help ourselves with mental issues, but you're also accommodating it in a way. Like nowadays, when you get someone you can trust or someone who is loyal, that's gold. Like that's gold. That is basically what a human being should be doing. That is bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like when you say I should trust you, you should be loyal.
Yeah.
I should be able to talk to you. You should be able to do dishes even as a man.
Yeah. And do even laundry. I insist.
That is basically what. And as a woman, you should also provide for yourself. Man is unisex. So the point is, we always live on the bare minimum, thinking that a man who provides and a woman who can also bring money and bring to the table is literally gold.
Extraordinary.
You have gotten something. You are very bare minimum. That is what you should be doing as a human being.
Yeah.
You are breathing, so you should be loyal. You should be trustworthy. You should be responsible.
Yeah.
Like that is not gold. That is normal.
The bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's the least you can be. You should be a decent human being.
Thank you. That is the word.
Decent.
Why do you look at it like you've done some rocket science to just be loyal?
Or you're doing somebody a favor.
It's not a favor to be a kind person.
I'm doing a favor. I'm looking at to love you right, and I'm not looking at other girls, and I'm not talking to other people. And
That's what you should do. It's like if you don't cheat, then you're doing me, and you're doing good to yourself. If you get HIV over there, and I realize, boy, you're on your own. I'm God. So if you think I'm doing you a favor, for real. People nowadays think that now if you're loyal, you're kind, you're supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're obligated to be kind to people.
You're supposed to know. You're supposed to know how to behave.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I also want to say,
Yes.
if you're in a relationship and someone else comments about it, that it's not cool, be careful on how you tread on that path. Please, let's listen to them. They may be having a point. They may be your lifesavers. You don't know. Maybe you're so blind and you're so comfortable
Especially
in a hot environment, and someone else is feeling the heat from far. Careful. Yeah, you should check on that. Listen to them. Give them an ear. Try to listen to them. Reason with them a bit.
Especially
don't be thick-headed.
Things happen, especially girlfriend relationships.
Yes.
You or me in a relationship can come to you as my friend and tell you, hey, you know what? This is going on. And then this person tells you, you know what, that's a red flag. Now figure out your have an exit plan. And then now you think this friend is advising you that because they want to take your money. But in real sense, they're really seeing it. They're just giving you a heads up that you need to stay woke.
And you'll never
so
see
differentiating such kind of things can also be a challenge, especially here in college. You never know who wants what and who is who. But I think it's really as long as somebody tells you, doesn't matter if they're your friends, your sister, somebody says, hey, watch out for this guy. Just as a girl, as a man,
pick it from there.
Just
give it a shot.
Like one obvious sign of a toxic person is isolation. Always remember that. They either isolate you from your friends or family. So most of the time you don't see it because you're blinded. But when the scales fall off, you'll notice, this person took me to another place where I cannot access my friends easily.
Or the things you love.
Yes.
Big games.
Yes.
So I used to have this guy who didn't want me to go for salsa because they feel like there's a lot of touching, But for me, it was a sport because I was ailing at that time and I couldn't do the physical exercises. But I was loving salsa because it was keeping me fit. I was being flexible. But with them, they would buy me things. They would take me far from the setup of salsa. And for example, someone wants to dominate. I don't know if dominate is the right word, but someone wants you to do things the way they want, or they expect things done their way. That could bring some toxicity.
You can have a toxic relationship with your child, your sister, your brother, your classmate. But as long as it's as you feel there's an imbalance, you feel like this person is being too much on you. That can be toxic.
Sure.
Yeah, toxicity also, it's something that is not healthy. Like someone does something in a relationship that you don't think this thing should be done. You don't think you deserve someone to be doing this to you. Or you see in a relationship someone starts to play a victim to something that they did. You don't think that's also toxic.
Manipulation.
Manipulation
and control. And you know, people who are really manipulative have this kind of control because they know if I do this or I say this, I will be the person with the upper hand. So I can control you.
They play reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology.
They do something. They know very well, like, if I do this, this will upset her, and then I'll be the victim, and then now they'll pick it from there. Just to manipulate your feelings, your emotions, and say, you see how you're reacting? That's what I'm talking about.
Or you're the one who made me do this. Like, example, let's say you have exchange of words or it became verbal, and now the person is seated afterwards and they're like, if you didn't do this to me, I could have not done this. So you're back then, you're like, oh my god, it's my fault. I'm the reason as to why
did I would have stayed quiet. With this, sometimes we do that intentionally. You see someone has done something wrong, or you have done something wrong, and you know you have done something wrong, but you don't want to apologize. So you do something to make them look like the bad person. Intentionally, and you know you are doing something wrong. So that you make that person to come and apologize to you. And
as from us, we say thank you.
Thank you
don't
for
forget
to subscribe and share well to your friends.
And comment.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Tell us what we should talk about next time. What you feel we didn't touch on. We'll be careful to revisit.
Even your inputs. Section, exactly.
It's so important.
What you guys think about toxicity as a whole and your body images as a whole.
Tell us what you think about.
So from Media One International, we're sending flowers, love, and hugs.
Bye. Bye.